Hello everyone, and welcome to this YouTube channel of Paradim blog. For a year now I've been writing a blog. Its core topic is leadership, but it also has a broader view and a message that I will present in this introductory video. I wrote and published my first post about a year ago. I've started with a Slovenian version of this blog, which is now restarting to exist in 3 languages. Slovenian on .si domain, English on .online domain, and Spanish on .es domain. A central and fundamental topic to my writings is modern leadership theory, or specifically, a new leadership paradigm. I've come in touch with it through my studies and research, and it drastically challenged some of my core beliefs, and eventually really elevated my personal life. After a year of writing, I can now be a bit more practical in telling you what this is about. About entering a new paradigm of leadership, for sure, from one point of view. But I can now add something more to this. One of major topics for me is personal fulfillment. In short, I really want to keep my values, and I want to live by them in my everyday life. In my career, I went from studying on Faculty of Economics to being a part of startup team, then consulting a local entrepreneur in establishing a new firm. Then I worked as a high school teacher, and after that as a teaching assistant at the faculty. In my last working experience, I worked as an entrepreneur and devised development strategies for various municipalities. Apart from these, I also worked 8 years as a volunteer in sport and collaborated in organizing different events. Throughout these experiences, I haven't managed to find my spot. I haven't found a place where I would see eye to eye with others on one point. I want to do things properly, and I don't want to take shortcuts. If something just has to be done, can we stop looking for ways out? Can we trust scientists and other experts and just do what knowledge tells us to do? Can we not deviate and run away from challenges? And aren't we here to learn, to find ways, to solve problems along the way, and just try to fulfill a purpose of our role? Some values simply matter. For some values, I am simply not interested in letting them go, but rather want to give extra energy and time and all that it takes to keep them. When it comes to some essential values, I am not interested if there is a shortcut possible around it. I want to lock my mind to it and find a way. Keeping a purpose at work, keeping work meaningful, being able to learn, to grow, and being able to express my opinion, being able to take my health into account, being able to think, find solutions, and elevate my work with knowledge that I gain. All these for me constitute a quality working life. Leadership is a field of knowledge that shows us how to create these results. It is knowledge about how to create quality working environments and have quality working lives. Learning about a new paradigm of leadership will show you what work actually should be and what being a leader actually should mean. This alone will change many things for you. You will familiarize yourself with new definitions and arrangement of organizational roles that can really elevate our working lives. Plus, you will learn about psychological topics like authenticity and others alike, as leadership is in essence about reaching goals and realizing potentials, individual or communal. Each and every work is supposed to build something. It is meant to have a purpose and a vision, to create value for someone, and to have a future form it goes towards. I've built one for Paradim blog that I call a Paradim Cathedral. In that cathedral, you will see many topics and sciences come together to explain what it means to work. Either lead, manage, or follow. According to a new paradigm. Jointly they create a wholesome picture that covers all from individual, communal level, and to a level of organization and society. And really make you understand both the potentials, as well as ways of doing according to this organizational novelty. Name paradigm does not in fact have anything to do with the word paradigm. Keeping your values is not a life guideline, that would be a habit. And for sure not a constant. In a startup team where I worked years ago, we found that out quite quickly, and it became a source for naming our team and our project. Paradim is a short for parallel dimension. It started up as a joke, that apparently we work in a parallel dimension. But it then became a rather elegant and eloquent name. There are always various coexisting ways of doing any sort of thing, and same goes for organizational behavior. Despite there's a dominance of ways different from ours, we just wanted to stay on our track, and continue doing what we set ourselves to do in the first place. Giving it a name just made that part much easier for us. In this introductory post, I want to make a clear statement about purpose of this blog. Many people just don't give that much emphasis to personal values and fulfillment, and therefore probably won't be interested in what I have to say and what I will write about. But for those of you who share my beliefs, I reckon content of this blog will be helpful and will elevate your life as well. My keywords chosen to talk about this topic from now on are the following ones. Number 1. Keep your values. Number 2. No shortcuts. And number 3. Quality working life. I do struggle to find the right working environment for myself. A chase to keep your values is not an easy one, but I've learned a lot along the way. And, as it always is, every lesson just brings you a bit closer. I've already fallen hard, got burned out heavily for example, but I do want to go on and keep on striving for this. It is a pursuit that is simply worth doing. Hope you join me.